Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back in Star Citizen in Alpha 3.18.2. That's right, it went to live last night. So I am up early this morning, getting a video recorded for you all. And interestingly enough, all of our progress and our in-game credits, our VVC, and reputation remain. They were not wiped. We just had our character location and all of our items and everything reset. So I am starting out in the beautiful city of New Babbage at Microtech. It's not one of my favorite places to start out, but it does have a decent amount of the things that you need to get started, so I'm going to go ahead and use this as my starting location. And then we will move on from there. Also, the Microtech area does have a lot of the capsules here. Oh, too late. It does have a lot of the things necessary to get started.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Got a decent number of the ship weapons that I'm looking for. And there's a lot of the basic armors and multi-tools and that sort of stuff available here as well. So I'm going to be looking to get some of those before we get started on our journey today. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my mobiGlass here. It looks like the starting money is reset here. I'm not sure. I don't think I actually got into here since 3.18.1 was released, so that's the reset there. And of course my reputation, everything. I don't think. Yeah, so I haven't gone onto here since 3.18.1. So this is essentially just a just how it is. However, as you can see, we have been gifted the Aegis Gladius, the Anvil Arrow, and the Asperia Blade, as well as the ships that belong to our account. And I'm not sure if these are going to be for the entirety of 3.18, or if they've just been gifted to everyone permanently. Don't trap me here. Come on. No. I forgot this one's the Tobin Expo Center. Hopefully we'll have another train arrive here momentarily. Although our train arriving number has not updated yet, so we shall see. I guess we can get out here if we need to. This one doesn't say where we will be going though. Transit access. Boarding in 3. Yeah, something's not quite right with this one, so I guess we may have to
2951 intergalactic
take this one. There we go. And I think this one's probably just going to take us back to Aspire Grand.
Doors are now closing.
So we'll have to start our journey again from there, it appears. Interesting. There is a twin tube over there, I think. So I'm not sure exactly. Yes, the trams are still very jittery, and they're not always staying on the track properly. I've not died riding on one yet, but of course I've just spawned in, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. Okay, so this is Aspire Grand, so I'm just going to stay on here because my next stop then should be
Careful.
either the
Doors are now
spaceport.
closing.
Yeah, I guess the next one will be the spaceport. So I'm just going to take the ships that they've given us. The Blade, the Arrow, and the Gladius are all outfitted with a laser repeater loadout, and so those are quite good for doing any sort of PvE or PvE combat missions. They don't give you any cargo room, but then again, I'm not really a cargo hauler anyway, so one thing I have noticed is that the drug running trade has been booming recently, and so I very well may be doing some drug runner busting. If there's any way to do that without getting a crime stat, I don't particularly like being on the wrong side of the law, especially here around Microtech, where there's not really any services or anything for that sort of thing.
Nearing next stop.
And we can't log out in any of those ships because they have no beds. New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. Okay, so we'll just leave the spaceport here, and we'll take one of our starter ships so we can always come back and get our weapons put onto there at a later date. We'll just go with the stock ones either way. There are several places to purchase those weapons around the verse, so we are not confined to just Microtech. Ooh. Excuse me. It's still very early here in the morning, so I do apologize for any uncontrolled yawns. So for those of you who are just starting out, obviously this is kind of my setup as I go through getting started. They do have ship rentals over there, so if you've just got one of your stock ships and you also started with your 200,000, you can get into here, the Regal Luxury Rentals. And they have various different ships here that you should be able to rent. There we go. So we've got the Warlock, which is a combat interceptor. The 85X, which is kind of like a two-seater runabout. Competition Racing M50. You've got an Origin 300i, which is a luxury exploration vehicle. 600i, that one's you can get it for a day for 142,000. It's got a decent amount of cargo on it, but it really is an exploration or kind of large touring ship. The Aurora, which most of us start with anyway. You've got Constellation Phoenix, which is quite good for running cargo as well. And then the Apoa Nox. This is actually a fun little runabout bike. So not a whole lot in the way of light fighters, but they do have a decent amount of like luxury and touring and that sort of stuff. The hangars are right over here, and so I'm going to go ahead and deliver my ship. This is something that they implemented with 3.18.1 to help the back-end services.
Ready to upgrade.
And so basically, I'm
Located
just
in the
going
plaza.
to deliver.
I'm
going to deliver my Aurora MR here. And this will arrive here in 20 seconds. And then I'm also going to do the same with the Aegis Gladius,
From all of us at Microtech,
which is, I guess, really one of my ships of choice for doing a lot of the light combat missions. Or really any of the combat missions that are ship-based, either that or the Arrow. I have used the Blade, but I don't like it quite as much as I do the Arrow or the Gladius. So I'm going to go ahead and get that pulled out, and this is, works just as normal once it's been delivered. And it will just appear here at our hangar, and we will be good to
From
go.
the best in shopping, dining, and entertainment.
There we go. Space up lets us go. marker, of course, is right over there, letting us know where our hangar is. A handy little addition to the verse. A few patches back. And there we are. Alright, so we have our Aegis Gladius. Like I said, I'm not sure how long we're going to have these. But for the time being, we've got them. So I am going to take advantage of them. It does come with a full laser loadout. And this one actually has the ship startup animations. So that when you actually hit the R button to get everything turned on, your character reaches around and flips all the switches and toggles and all that kind of stuff. I think that's kind of neat. That sort of functionality is going to be coming to all of the ships in Star Citizen at some point. But this is kind of the darling of the UEE Navy. So CIG have done a little extra work to make sure it's kind of up to the gold standard. So go ahead and get out of atmosphere here. And then we go ahead and see about getting our missions. See what we can do to earn some money and rep today. So, let's see here, we've got some delivery stuff, which we don't have any cargo for. Retrieval, I don't have any cargo for this one either. Racing is at Lorville. Service beacons, low threat. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. And I'm also going to go ahead and take the mercenary call to arms. Basically gives me an extra payout for killing off any bad guys that I run into in the verse, which doesn't look like it's taken for some reason. We'll have to check back on that. Hopefully that will fix itself here momentarily. Turn this off, and we should getting a mission marker here momentarily. Go ahead and jump out to my OM5 here. And hopefully that
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Will populate the mission.
Landing gear retracted.
It does not appear that that's worked, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into my contract manager again, and I'm going to untrack this and track it again. There we go. That often fixes it. These ones, it's actually kind of critical to have that quantum beacon. Because they do not show up. These are often just out of deep space. Someone was quantum traveling between a couple of locations or something like that. And they got interdicted or something like that, and so the beacons are just out here in space somewhere. There we go. So there's our target. There's our guy that we need to help. Just going to go ahead and zoom over here and take him out. These low threat combat beacons are often just single-seater fighters. Not a threat really at all unless you're very new to flying. They don't pay out a whole lot. I'll go ahead and give them a good rating here. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll see if we've got Got a guy in the cockpit at all here. Turn on my landing lights here and see if that... Not really. Is there anybody in there? Yes, there is. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pop into there because they often have... Got a little bit of drifting going on here. That's okay. Alright, they often have some armor and weapons and that sort of stuff on them. The light fighters are not always particularly well armed. That's more the... oh, come on. Apparently you can now get injured getting out of your ship. Alright, so, at the very least, we can loot this guy. And we'll get this little armor pack. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and... Can I get this? Oops, vehicles. There we go. Personal. Can't quite do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead then and drop this. Alright. And then get out of my inventory. He's not gonna need the helmet, and I was like this this death hit one. So my my starter helmet. Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? No. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one then. There we go. Perfect. And I'm just gonna put this in the cargo of my Gladius because they did add some little cargo area. Well, it's not cargo exactly. It just has a little bit of space. It's not a whole lot. Just that helmet filled up 250,000. Or sorry, 7% of the 250,000 micro SCUs. And apparently I can't close it now. That hopefully should close up as soon as we quantum travel. I'm going to go ahead though and we'll get back into our ship and see what else the verse has for us as far as missions go today. I'm not bleeding out.
Contact.
There we go.
Engines online.
It's just a temporary stick, shall we say. What is this over here? Oh, just part of the Aurora. Okay. No big deal there. Okay. So our little NPC has flown off. I'm gonna go ahead and see what else we can find for missions. Bounty Hunter Tracker Training. This one's on Lyria, so I'm not gonna take that because that's all the way out. Around. Ooh, we do have another low threat. Let's go ahead and take that. Hopefully there we go. Missions we'll go ahead and take. We try again for the call to arms. Doesn't look like that's taken. Oh, there we go. Nope, contract, call to arms. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead then and we'll track and untrack this mission again. And there we go, perfect. this one. Obviously, for the new players watching, general rule of thumb for traveling around a system, if you are traveling under roughly 500,000 kilometers, you are going to be inside of a planetary body system, so like Microtech. If you're traveling, you know, a million to 5 million, you're probably looking at traveling to a Lagrange point. And if you're looking at distances of you know, tens of millions of kilometers or more, you are going to a different planetary body. There we go. There's another one knocked out. Turn my speed limiter back on here and we'll just see. See what this one is. This one's the Titan, looks like. So this one might actually have some better armor. We'll just nose onto this guy here. No, I'm gonna say that's just a standard Duster uniform, so we're just gonna leave him alone. Okay. And of course there's our little NPC starter ship. I'm not sure exactly what's gone wrong with him. Goodness, that's a little bit of a big one. Alright. And we'll just go ahead and pop around and see what else we can find to do here. Mercenary. We do have these illegal monitors. Let's see here. That's around Microtech, Calliope, Terpy, Clio. I guess really any of these will work. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Microtech one because we're kind of getting close to the end of today's video. Go ahead and spool up our quantum drive here and go to no. So we should be back this way somewhere. There we go. Ray. Ray was one of them. Come on, Microtech. That's fine. We'll just take this one. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting back into the Star-ter Citizen series, Zero Hero. Seeing what all we can get up to. Looks like that is going to be this side. That's good.
Quantum travel complete.
Respool my quantum drive. This is often the case we've been finding recently that you'll just have to turn off your quantum drive and turn it back on to get the markers to show up again. Sometimes just pushing away from
Quantum travel.
Go. There is our waypoint marker. Go ahead. There's a little something. A freelancer miss. Okay. Probably one of the bad guys that will turn red here momentarily. There we go. Targeted by a buccaneer. What have I got there? Perfect. Go ahead and drop some flares here. Woo! That was a little close. probably this one. These two here. Goodness. And 1 and 2. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lock these in. Very good. And whoop, should be having that one pop up here momentarily as well. I guess there we go. Perfect. So that's got them all locked in. Go ahead and take this down.
Shields under fire.
One down. Perfect. Go ahead and take this one next. Something to keep in mind for this patch, and really since 3.18, is that if you go up against a ship with ballistic weapons, you probably want to take that one out as quickly as possible, because ballistic weapons now penetrate through shields. And so if you're getting hit by ballistic fire, you want to take that ship out, just to make sure that you don't get damaged too badly. There we go, perfect. Alright, so that's got all 3 of the monitors destroyed. So we are now free to take on the rest of these ships. And that'll allow us to get some extra money, because we've got our call to arms. I do love flying a ship that's got a little more firepower on it. We got here another Buccaneer. Should be relatively easy to take out. We do have a third, actually several ships coming in on us there, so I want to avoid them. Goodness, I kind of feel like the AI have gotten just a little bit better at flying with this patch. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but what do you got here? Is this a Cutlass Black? Yeah, it looks like a Cutlass Black. No. Oh, yes. Yes, it is a Cutlass Black. Okay. So I'm going to... Oop, I'm going to Freelancer miss. Let's take this one out. Right here. Taking a little bit of fire on my shields there, so I'm going to want to manage my power here. And kind of swap back and forth between shields here. Look like my lasers are properly recharging here. Go. Definitely gotten oh goodness. Okay, time to take this guy out then. Yes, I know, contact. Everyone wants a bite. Goodness. So, and if this gets too hot, we may need to leave the area. Reverse there, and That's the miss again. Wait a minute. Boy, it's quite a little bit of a challenge. That's another miss. Goodness gracious, how many of these do we have? Let's see here. This one's actually had a little bit of damage done to it, so I'm going to go and take this guy's shields down. Try and stay a little evasive here. Watch out for the crossfire. He's pretty close to going down, so there we go. Perfect. That's one eliminated. Shouldn't have any more trouble from him. Oh, a mantis. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that down. We don't want to leave him up to jam us. They are relatively easy to kill. Especially if you're in a light fighter with a halfway decent loadout. They don't have great turning ability. So as long as you can stay out of the way of the other ships. There we go, the mantises are pretty easy to take care of. Alright, you first. Cut this black again. Shields down.
Contact.
Try and chew up some of his armor here. The Cutlass Blacks are actually pretty well armored. So they can provide a little bit of a challenge to actually kill.
Contact.
Taking fire from...
Shields under fire.
That was not good. Almost got him. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that's got that one taken care of. And where are these coming from? Oh, that was the station. Okay. So I think at this point I'm just going to call that one a win. And we'll pop back over here to Microtech and we'll just land at Port Tressler. It's much easier to get in and out of there than it is to get to New Babbage. Get our ships spawned into that area. And then we will be able to log out for the day. Ooh, what have we got here? We've got a player ship there. Ooh, hang on. Don't get too fancy here. There we go. Landing gear here.
Landing gear deployed.
Just gonna look around, make sure we don't have anyone else to potentially run into. It doesn't look like it. Form a quick retro burn. Here we go. Contact, there we go, air traffic control. You can do that by hitting Alt-N is the standard keybind. I've got mine set up to a double tap of N. Makes it quick and easy. And there dropping the landing gear, so... There we go.
Landing complete.
Alright, go ahead and turn our engines off just out of habit. Used to be a bug where you'd come back to your hangar with your ship floating above the ground if you left the engines on. So, I just turned it off now, just in case. Bugs have a habit of popping back into Star Citizen at random times and for random reasons, so I always just turn my engines off when I come back to my hangar. Ew. Need the elevator, there we are. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Take care. I guess if you've got any plans for 318.2, now that we don't have any official wipes scheduled, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.